Hello everyone, my name is Victorian and welcome to the French Connection. Today we're going to talk about the Salmon Arm Challenge, which is a drive across the Canadian Rockies of approximately 1,000 kilometers. It's a bit less than that. I'll be driving from Calgary, actually from my home in Cochrane, close to Calgary here in Alberta, all the way to Salmon Arm in British Columbia and back to my home here. So, like I mentioned, 992 kilometers, a bit more because I'll be stopping for charges. So that's going to be closer to 1,000 kilometers. So as you can see here on the screen, there is a lot of elevation changes. We're going to be going from roughly 1,200 meters to 1,700 meters, which is 5,555 feet, and all the way down to 352 meters. So roughly 1,200 feet, and then we'll be driving back to Cochrane. So that's going to be a lot of climbs and descents. So that's going to be interesting to see how the cars perform along the way here. During the drive, I'll be doing 110 kilometers an hour efficiency tests from the highway here in Cochrane up all the way to Canmore. And then I'll have to do another test. I will be doing a 90 kilometers an hour efficiency test from Canmore all the way basically to the border between Alberta and British Columbia. I will try to maintain 110, 120 realistically, and on the second part, 90 to 100 kilometers an hour. Because of the elevation that I showed you earlier on the screen, I will be taking the energy consumption on the way there and on the way back, so it kind of negates the elevation change. I will also be doing a regen test on this specific section of the Trans-Canada Highway, so it's just after the Alberta-British Columbia border on the way to Salmon Arm. It's a 3.3 kilometers section with an elevation change of more than 400 meters, and so that's basically 1,200 feet. And a slope of 7% on average. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how much energy we can recover during that regen test with the different cars. Let's talk about the cars a bit. I'll always be mentioning, obviously, the battery capacity, the model, the year of the car, the mileage. I'll check the tire pressures, make sure that it's the recommended pressure by the manufacturer. I'll also be using 21 degrees inside for the climate control with the lowest setting for the fan. Unless I'm not comfortable, then I'll use what makes me comfortable in the car. Yeah, that's it for the cars. Let's talk about the charging strategy now. So the cars will always be charged at 100% in my garage here in Cochrane, and I'll be driving as far as I can, and then I'll have to stop charging. And as you may know, usually the best for an electric car, if you want to go fast on a road trip, is to go to the lowest state of charge possible, what makes you comfortable. Usually for me, it's going to be around 10%. Yeah, sometimes I'll go down to maybe 5%, but I'll try to avoid that. And then you want to charge to, I would say, a maximum of 50, 60% if you have enough juice to make it to the next charger, because if you stay in the lowest percentage of the battery, that's where you're going to have the best charging speed, right? So sometimes it doesn't make sense to charge from 10% to 80% because you're going to lose time. It's better to charge from 10%, 40, 50%, unplug, blast to the next charger, respecting the speed limit, but blast to the next charger, and then charge another time from 10% to 40, 50%, etc., because that's where you're going to have the fastest charging speed, right? Okay, I hope it makes sense. And I think that wraps up the video for the Salmon Arm Challenge. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Post in the comment below and I'll answer them. Thank you for watching. And I'm Victorian for the French Connection. Bye-bye.